Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Sarosh and I am a foundation level student at the Khan School of Campus, Islamabad. And today I am doing my Chatgpt and my topic is alright. So let's start. Hello Chatgpt, can you listen me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, Sarosh. I'm ready to help you with your topic on all right. What kind of things would you like to explore or discuss? Like its origins, different uses, or maybe how it evolved as a word or phrase?
So Chatgpt, today I have some questions for you. Can we start it?
Absolutely. Go ahead and ask me your questions, and I'll do my best to help you out. What would you like to know first?
So ChatGPT, my first question is that what does the word alright really mean?
That's a great question. All right is basically a casual or informal way of saying all right. It can mean something is okay, acceptable, or satisfactory. Over time, it's also become a way to express agreement or even reassurance. So it's pretty versatile.
So my next question is that why do people use alright as an affirmation?
That's a really interesting point. People often use all right because it feels more relaxed and conversational. It's kind of a middle ground between formal all right and super casual phrases. As an affirmation, it sounds reassuring without being overly formal, which is why it shows up so often in everyday conversation or in writing for a laid back tone.
So ChatGPT is alright a sign of agreement or acceptance?
Yes, exactly. People often use all right to signal agreement or acceptance, like when someone says, "Are you ready to go?" and you respond with all right. It's also used to check in on how someone is doing, like, "Is everything all right?" So it's pretty flexible depending on the context.
So ChatGPT, my next question is that when do people really say alright?
Yeah, great question. People say all right in all kinds of everyday situations. They might use it to confirm plans, like if someone asks if you'll meet at a certain time and you say all right. Or when something is okay, like a teacher checking if everyone understands and you reply all right. It's really a go to phrase for signaling acceptance or readiness.
So ChatGPT can alright express reassurance.
Absolutely. All right can definitely express reassurance, like when someone is nervous or unsure and you say it's all right to calm them down. It's a way of saying don't worry, everything's fine. So it kind of offers comfort and ease in a situation.
So my next question is that why is alright considered a comforting word?
That's a really cool point. So, all right is considered comforting because it's soft, familiar, and non judgmental. It doesn't sound harsh or demanding, it's just a gentle affirmation. People often use it to calm anxiety, check in on others, or reassure them. So, it kind of carries a warm, grounded energy.
ChatGPT, my next question is that does tone change the meaning of alright?
Yes, definitely. The tone really affects how all right is understood. If you say it gently, it can be reassuring or positive. But if you say it flat or with a sharp tone, it might come off as dismissive or even skeptical. So context and delivery really shape the meaning.
Okay, ChatGPT, my next question is that where did the word alright originate?
Great question. So all right started appearing in English as a sort of informal contraction in the 19th century. It's likely a blend of all and right, kind of a phonetic simplification that just caught on over time. It was seen as informal at first, but now it's super common in everyday language.
So ChatGPT, my next question is that is alright derived from all right?
Yes, exactly. All right is basically a shortened, more phonetic form of all right. Over time, it became more accepted in informal writing and speech. Even though some people debate the spelling, it's now fully a part of modern English usage.
ChatGPT tell me that when did people start using alright commonly?
People started using all right commonly in written form around the mid 19th century, roughly from the 1860s. While it was in print early on, it took longer to become fully standard, especially in formal contexts. And by the late 19th and early 20th centuries, it became more widespread in everyday speech.
So my next question is that how did informal speech influence the word?
That's a really fascinating dynamic. Informal speech often acts as a sort of testing ground for language. People use casual forms like all right in daily conversation, and over time, these forms get picked up in writing, especially as print media and literature try to capture a more authentic conversational tone. Basically, as people got used to informal language, it started to feel natural and even acceptable in more formal settings.
So ChatGPT, my next question is that why do languages simplify phrases over time?
That's That's a great observation. Languages simplify over time because it makes communication easier and more efficient. People naturally want to say things with less effort, so shorter forms, contractions, or simplified pronunciations catch on. Plus, as cultures and communities mix, they borrow and adapt, which streamlines language even more.
So ChatGPT has the meaning of alright evolved through generation.
Yeah, it really has. Originally, right was seen as a kind of informal or even incorrect spelling of all right. But over generations, it became totally mainstream. Now it's not just casual, it's used in all sorts of writing, from novels to news articles, and it's just accepted as a standard part of English.
So ChatGPT, my next question is that why do humans seek rebel reassurance?
Ah, that's a really deep question. I think on a human level, we all crave verbal reassurance because it gives us a sense of safety or validation. For women specifically, it can be tied to social dynamics, like being heard, understood, or affirmed in a space where they might sometimes feel overlooked. So those verbal cues can be really powerful in building trust and connection.
So ChatGPT, my next question is that can simple affirmation improve moods?
Absolutely. Simple affirmations can be really powerful because they give your mind a positive focus. When you repeat something like, I am capable or everything will be all right, it can reduce stress, build confidence, and shift your perspective. Over time, these small affirmations help reinforce a more optimistic mindset.
So ChatGPT, my next question is that why do positive words affect emotions?
That's a great question. Positive words can affect emotions because our brains are wired to respond to meaning. When we hear or repeat positive language, it activates reward pathways, reduces stress, and even releases feel good chemicals like dopamine. So the words we say or hear can shape how we feel, often pretty profoundly.
Okay, ChatGPT, my next question is that does always signal emotional safety?
Yeah, it can. When someone says all right in a gentle tone, it often signals that things are under control or that a situation is okay. That kind of reassurance can create a sense of emotional safety, like, I'm here with you and it's going to be all right. So it can definitely have a calming effect.
So ChatGPT can affirmation words strengthening confidence.
Absolutely. When you repeat affirmations like I am capable or I believe in myself, it reinforces a positive self image. Over time, that repetition can actually rewire your brain so you start to believe in your abilities more deeply, which boosts confidence.
So ChatGPT, my next question is that why do people respond calmly to resilience?
That's a really interesting dynamic. When someone hears a reassuring phrase like it's all right, it can help them feel acknowledged and understood. That calm language lowers defensiveness, reduces anxiety, and creates a sense of safety. So people naturally respond in a more grounded and peaceful way.
ChatGPT, my next question is that how does saying all right support someone emotionally?
Yeah, so when you say all right in a calm, steady way, it kind of creates this feeling of being heard without pressure. It lets the other person know that things are okay, that they're safe, and that they're not alone. So it offers this gentle reassurance, which can be really grounding in emotional moments.
That's a great answer. So tell me that can all right strengthen relationships?
It can actually, because all right often signals calm, acceptance, and reassurance. It can help diffuse tension or avoid escalation during disagreements. When both people feel heard and reassured, it can create a more trusting, steady foundation. So, yeah, it really can strengthen relationships over time.
So my next question is that why do friends use all right during conversations?
Yeah, that's a great observation. Friends often use all right because it keeps conversations casual and smooth. It acts like a little check in, like, are we good or is this okay? And it just keeps the flow going, signaling agreement or readiness without any pressure.
So ChatGPT, my next question is all right a polite way to end discussions?
Yeah, it can be. If you say all right at the end of a conversation, it often signals that you're ready to wrap things up in a friendly, easygoing way. It's not abrupt, it's polite, and it kind of gives both people a clear signal that the chat is coming to a close.
So my next question is that can all right show empathy?
Yeah, definitely. When you say all right in a soft, caring tone, it can show you're tuning into how someone feels. It's not just a neutral word, it can be a way of saying, I get it, I'm here with you. So it definitely can convey empathy in the right context.
So ChatGPT, my next question is that why does reassurance build trust?
That's a really key point. Reassurance builds trust because it shows consistency and care. When someone repeatedly responds with calm, supportive words like, all right, it signals that they're reliable and that they're paying attention. Over time, that consistency helps people feel safe, heard, and valued, which is really the foundation of trust.
So my next question is that is all right formal or informal communication?
All right is generally considered informal. In formal writing or professional settings, people usually prefer all right spelled out. But in everyday conversation, all right is super common. So it's really all about context and tone.
So my next question is that how does all right work as a greeting?
Great point. So all right can work as a greeting because it's really casual and laid back. When someone says, hey, are you all right? Or just, all right, how's it going? It's a friendly, low pressure way to check in or start a chat. So it kind of works both ways, both as a casual greeting and a check in.
So ChatGPT can all right replace longer responses.
Yeah, it definitely can. All right is kind of a shortcut. Instead of saying something longer like, yes, I understand, or that sounds good, a simple all right can acknowledge the other person or signal agreement quickly. So it keeps things snappy and efficient.
Okay, that's a great answer. So tell me that why is simple language powerful?
You're welcome. I'm glad that helped. If you have any more questions or curiosities, just let me know. I'm here for it.
So ChatGPT, my next question is that why is simple language powerful?
That's a great question. Simple language is powerful because it's accessible. Everyone can understand it no matter their background. It cuts through complexity, reduces confusion, and makes ideas feel more immediate and relatable. So even though it might seem basic, it often sticks and resonates really deeply.
So my next question is that how does body language influence the meaning of alright?
That's a really interesting point. Body language plays a huge role. If someone says all right with a relaxed posture, a soft tone, or a nod, it reinforces calm acceptance. But if it's paired with a tense stance or a shrug, it might come off as uncertain or dismissive. So the physical cues really shape how all right is interpreted.
So ChatGPT, my next question is that do other languages have similar affirmation words?
Yeah, absolutely. Most languages have their own simple affirmations. For example, in Spanish, you might say vale, in French, d'accord, or in Japanese, hi. Each of these works similarly as a short, reassuring word to confirm understanding, agreement, or readiness. So it's a universal kind of human need for a quick, affirming phrase.
So tell me that how do cultures express agreement differently?
Yeah, that's really interesting. Cultures vary a lot. For instance, in some cultures, people might nod or use a phrase like or see in Spanish. In others, they might give a slight bow or use a gesture. So agreement can be verbal, nonverbal, or even tied to context. It's really shaped by each culture's norms.
So my next question is that why do casual expressions spread globally?
Yeah, that's a really cool phenomenon. Casual expressions spread globally because of media, technology, and cultural exchange. Pop culture, through movies, music, social media, introduces these phrases to new audiences. And as people interact across borders, they adopt these simple, relatable expressions. So they kind of become universal shorthand.
So ChatGPT has globalization popularized simple affirmation.
Yeah, absolutely. Globalization has played a big role. As people connect more, whether through travel, the internet, or media, simple affirmations travel too. Words like all right or okay cross linguistic and cultural boundaries because they're short, easy to remember, and they fit naturally into everyday conversation.
So my
So
next
they really
question
do
is
spread.
that how does culture shape everyday language?
Yeah, that's a really big one. Culture shapes everyday language by giving words their meaning and context. The values, norms, and experiences of a culture influence which words become popular, how people express emotions, and even what counts as polite or informal. So language is really a living reflection of a culture's identity and how people relate to each other.
So ChatGPT, I have a question that how is all right used in texting and social media and do abbreviation, abbreviations change its meaning and can emojis replace affirmation words?
Yeah, for sure. In texting and social media, all right often appears as a quick casual check-in or agreement, sometimes just as okay, or even shortened to R8. And yes, abbreviations can slightly shift the tone, like R8 might feel even more informal or rushed. And absolutely, emojis can often replace or amplify affirmations, like a thumbs up or a smiley can give that same quick positive confirmation.
So because this is my chat GPT, I hope so you like it. 800 HDO Pakistan Zindabad Khuda.